Hey everybody, Lawrence Broussard here. If you notice I'm not really cleanly shaved, my hair's not really done. Still got a little swelling on the side of my face. What is this video about? I'm going to share a little bit about my gardening, also a little bit about what's going on YouTube, but also, if you hang with me, what's going on in the world. As you know, in the last 2.5 years, the world's been kind of upside down. Everything's going nuts. You can't travel. You can't visit your neighbor. Now that's kind of changed, but now the economy seems to be upside down and it's causing people stress. Well, what has that got to do with today's vlog? This is out my garden. Kind of pretty, isn't it? This is what I harvested today. I'm going to show you a picture of my garden. Life happens. You might not like it, but it happens. Do you harvest what you can, or do you quit? As y'all can tell, the garden is not in great shape. Why? Because I got a tooth that went really, really bad, and then right in front of it, I have an implant. Also went out at the same time. This swelling is a little bit of swelling of the leftover from that being removed. Still kind of tired. Got behind. This year I was so excited about the garden because I kind of got ahead. I mean, I wasn't really ahead, but I was right on time. I had the plants I wanted to go into the ground. Really, really excited about it. And what happens? Life. Now I have a choice at that point. I can let this overwhelm me, or I can do something about it. And this is what I'm trying to share. The tomato harvest this year has been terrible compared to the number of plants that are in the ground. But since we've been eating tomatoes, we've been able to have tomatoes almost every day out the garden, no cost, with not a lot of work. Now, do I get the tomatoes out of it I should? No. Is it easy to get them out? No, because they're all in the grass. And there was nothing I could do about it because for about 2 weeks I could not get in the heat. And so I got behind. And so now my bell peppers, my hot peppers, everything is like in that much grass. And unfortunately it's supposed to rain for the next week. And so I'm going to try when I finish this video to weed eat. Will it work? I have no idea. But don't give up. For me, when you fail like this, you're still learning. And you're getting some of the fruit of your labor, and that's not a bad thing. So when y'all try to accomplish anything, whether it's learn to cook, whether it's learn to eat more healthy, you're gonna have setbacks. Things are not gonna go right. If you let that bother you, instead of learning from it, you're gonna quit. If I look at that garden and I really absorb it, it's depressing. But if I look at it and go, you know what? I made a really good effort. It simply didn't work. I didn't put enough mulch down to suppress the grass from growing in the garden. I wasn't planning on getting sick. There's so many things that happen. But now what do? Do I make an excuse or go, okay, this is where I'm at. I'm gonna have to till up most of the garden. I got one part that I've got my peppers and my hot peppers. I can try and weed it around and see if I can save it. If I can save it, then I know in the future I can do that. Or I can just till it under and quit. Well, I'm gonna try and save it, knowing that I probably can't. Why? I want to learn. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. If I'd have pulled all my tomato plants up when the grass got tall, I wouldn't be eating tomatoes right now. So whatever you do in life, just learn from it. There are going to be times that you're going to do your best and it's going to come out terrible. And it's usually because you don't know how to handle that situation. There's other times you're not going to do, what you're going to do is pretty pitiful. But it's going to work great. Why? Because you happen to fall into a system that works. Like, I'm out of shape right now, but I never had this, and I'm not, see, there's just a little, it's just a little bump. But I seen an exercise that worked on building that muscle, and I tried it. It's working. Now, that's not a big thing. It's not going to make a big difference in my life. But when I go to the gym, it's kind of a nice feeling. I go, wow, I never had that before. Well, it's kind of the same thing with the garden or the same thing with the cooking. It's okay to fail. It's okay to take a day off and go, okay, look, I'm overwhelmed. This is just too much. I'm taking a day off. Blah. But the next day, you need to get back and start again. And start again. When I started YouTube, I just did it to be comfortable in front of the camera. Now what this channel is turned into at this point is how to document cooking. Why? My brother, about a year ago, made the best pancakes I've ever had. No oil, no eggs. I mean, these things were fluffy, incredible. We didn't videotape it. Now guess what? He can't remember how he made them. I think he wrote it down and gave it to me, but when I got sick, I misplaced it. And so I don't know where the recipe is, or if I'd put it on video, I would know. So what I want to try and do, and I've been lazy at doing this, and I'm just going to be honest about this because I want everybody to understand this, because this is how you can learn in life, at least like how I'm learning. If I videotape every time I cook, I have the documentation of when it works great. Because sometimes I'm testing something that I've never cooked before and I'm going to try it this way. And it's a home run. Now the problem is, how do I duplicate that? I can write it down, but it's not the same thing as a video. Or if I video every time I cook, when I hit a home run, then I put the video out. When it doesn't come out, I can go back and look at it and go, okay, this is why I think it did. And I can try it different till I get a good recipe, then I'll share it with y'all. So it's working for two reasons. Number one, the videos are working because they benefit me. Well, how does it benefit me? Because when I want to cook something a month or 6 months from now, I don't have to remember it. I can go back and watch it on video. How does it benefit you? Hopefully the recipe will bring some enjoyment, some better health, make your life easier. Y'all have a good day. See you later. And hopefully now that I'm feeling better, I can start producing videos. Oh, the other thing was, just to let you know, my computer died. My editing program died. I had gotten a new Apple, but I didn't know you couldn't transfer. I'm gonna cut that out. I was gonna cut that out, but I decided not to. For y'all that just hung in there, I appreciate it. Here's a picture of what I look like at the dentist. What I was saying about the computer was, when my computer died, all my ability to edit, other than iMovie on my phone, died. I let it get to me. Why? Because I wanted to learn how to edit better. I wanted to learn how to do voiceover. I just really discovered voiceover about the time that the computer died. And I was really enjoying that because it allowed me to produce what I thought was better videos. What I'm trying to share with y'all is simply this. Life is going to happen. Things are going to stand in the way of your goals. And if you stop, like I did, you're going to lose months out of your progress. Where I could have kept shooting videos on my iPhone with iMovie and I would have documented. And I can tell you this, there's at least 3 things I've cooked in the last couple of months have been huge home runs, phenomenal. Things that I just thought, okay, I'm going to try this. Had no clue if it was going to work. Came out great. I have it written down, but it's not the same. It's so much easier with a video because even if you're not sure, you can see it. Where when you write it down, maybe that works for some people, but I find it's better on a video. You quit, you go forward, you make excuses. I have an excuse. My computer that I'm familiar with is dead. I mean, in the wintertime, I can recover what's on it, but I can't use it anymore. I don't have an editing program for the Apple, so the Apple's doesn't really do me any good. But I do have a phone. So what's my excuse? Well, what is my goal? My goal is to keep improving and also to share healthy recipes that work. That's what I'm going to do. Take care.